Hello and welcome back everyone to a video series dedicated to a season of The Challenge that premiered in 2014. That's right, we're talking about The Challenge Season 25, Free Agents Rewatch. That's right, you guys went out to the polls onto Twitter, onto YouTube, onto Instagram, and voted for us to rewatch Free Agents and for me to do weekly review videos and recaps of it. And I'm excited to go through this whole season, but we're going to start off today with episode 1 with 28 money-hungry competitors stepping foot in Uruguay to do whatever they can to win their portion of $350,000. They're gonna party, they're gonna backstab, they're gonna lie. That's right, so everyone lands in Uruguay, they grab all their bags, they're meeting all their competitors as they're making their way on the bus to TJ and seeing what their elimination arena is gonna be this season. He's giving them the whole rundown of the season and he's saying, hey, guess what? The title of this challenge season is Free Agents. And you know what's crazy about this little opening and him just saying Free Agents in front of the camera? Is that it was in front of the camera. It wasn't like some weird off-screen shot and dubbed over for the actual title of the season. This was the working title and it was the right title. So he says Free Agents, but people are looking around wondering what does Free Agents mean, and what that means is that it is a solo season, but at every daily challenge you're not going to know what the challenge is going to be like, whether you're going to be performing it as a solo person, in pairs, or in teams until the day of, and then if you are the winner you get to choose one man and one woman to vote directly into the elimination, and then all the rest of the losers will be taking part in the draw. And what they have to do is step up to this wooden plank with wooden cards on them. You have to flip it over. If the wooden card is blank, then you are safe from the elimination. But if you flip it over and there is a skull branded on this card, oh, you just picked the kill card, my friend, and you are going straight to the elimination. Then TJ announces that the grand prize total is going to be $350,000. That's right, no $1 million here. This is 2014. This is when you are fighting and clawing your way just to win like $125,000, and it was as brutal as ever. And then they move over to the challenge house, which is beautiful. This challenge house is immaculate this season. This thing is huge. It has so much space. There's a state-of-the-art gym. There's a basketball court, and people are taking shots left and right out of these giant lemons. There's a game of strip basketball happening between CT and Teresa. I'm just telling you right now, this is the challenge house that you want to see, not this dumb bunker stuff from Total Madness. And I think this is one of the best challenge houses of all time, if I do say so myself. We also get, in like day one, we get some more like flirting going on, some romance is starting up. Now let's make our way to the first challenge of this season, and everybody's on this bus heading over to the World Trade Center in Uruguay, and they all walk in, are standing there, and TJ is here to announce that they will be playing in 2 teams of 14 people, and this first daily challenge is pretty complex. There's 3 stages and there's going to be multiple people on each phase. So what they're going to do in phase 1 is that 6 players are going to be shackled together, having to run up 42 flights of stairs, and they're going to pass off a key to 4 people at a puzzle to unlock puzzle pieces to fix a puzzle. Once they fix the puzzle, then they will get another key that will unlock their other teammates, other 4 teammates, and they will have to go out on this like side of the building and try to grab a little pink handkerchief on a rolling log and ring a bell. The team with the best time wins. TJ, to get team captains, reaches his hand into one bag, and the 2 names he picked out was Naya and Chet. They go back and forth picking until everyone is picked. They have their team set and they're ready to go. And let me tell you something right now, I'm gassed out in like 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. These people are going literally upstairs, like a ton of them. To slow people down, Bananas decides to like put Cara Maria in a headlock, really block her from getting around any more corners, maybe to get his other teammates like caught up. I don't understand this strategy right here, because it looked as if Bananas was in the front of his group, and if he's not moving, the whole group can't move. So even if he has one person of the other team not moving, he can't move anyways. The red team was able to wiggle free from Banana's like headlock. They are the first ones up on the roof. They pass off their key, and once they pass off their key, they decide to stand in the doorway to block the black team from even making it through to pass off their key to their puzzle people. Swift decides to go crowd surfing, and he jumps over these people, which he hits Latoya's head into the side of the wall / door, which knocks her out, and she's taken off on a stretcher once her team is able to get out of the way. But Swift is jumping in front. He is knocking into people. He finally gets the key. I feel as though there was a better way of doing this, but both teams are now on stage 2. Chet is flopping hard. He is like freaking out. He stops. He's frozen. CT is telling his whole team to like back off. Like, you guys are freaking out. I'll take care of the puzzle. He does it like by himself. He locks it in. They get their teammates unlocked first. They get like a 3-minute head start or a 3-minute lead. So for phase 3, first up we have Devin, and she runs across this beam. She grabs the pink flag. However, when she grabs it, she like stops totally and she just rolls right off. Brandon is the next one up, and he's running. He actually grabs the flag, but he trips when he goes down to get the flag, and he rolls off without ringing the bell. The next one up is Jessica. Now Jessica is interesting in this dynamic because nobody wanted to do the rolling log heights thing. So people were kind of like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Jessica was like, I'll volunteer. She was nervous just driving up to this building. So she's like, I don't really care for heights, but I'll volunteer to do it. Upon hearing that she's nervous, Jordan is like yelling at her that she's not gonna do it. If nobody else is gonna step up, but she'll step up, let her do it. So finally, Jordan is like yelling at her because she actually gets out onto this contraption. She's at the rolling log. Jordan is yelling at her to go, move. This is a timed event. She finally takes off. She grabs the flag, keeps moving, and she rings the bell. She actually finished it. Jessica, I have to say, I am super impressed with in this episode because not only did she have to deal with her own teammates, Jordan yelling at her this whole time, but she was able to actually conquer her fear of heights. Next one up is Dustin, Jessica's boo thing in this house so far, and Dustin was able to grab the flag, but he falls off and he like hits his back on the rolling log and totally rolls off. And I think it's almost comeuppance that when Jordan decides to go do this thing, he's going and he can't even finish it. He's yelling hysterically at Jessica to finish it and to do it quickly, and he's not even able to finish it up. Next one we have is Camilla, who takes all but 18 seconds to walk across this rolling log, grab the flag, and ring that bell. The next one up is Kahutta. He runs across and gets this thing in like just over a minute. Now it's coming down to Jemmy. If Jemmy can finish this, the red team will win. It's all on her shoulders, but she is unable to finish this, meaning the black team won, and they will choose somebody to throw into the elimination from the red team, 1 man and 1 woman, and then the rest of the red team will be heading to the elimination to flip over those kill cards. Now back at the house, Latoya rejoins with everybody, just saying that she was like dehydrated, she kind of fainted a little bit, but she's not weak. She's here to compete. You can't get rid of me that easily. Now, when it comes down to the voting, Laurel comes up, steps up, and says that she wants to vote in Latoya because she's a rookie and she had to be taken off in a stretcher. She gassed out, and then she wants to throw in Chet because he was the team leader and he totally flopped in that challenge. In this voting ceremony, the votes are going every which way. People are voting for their friends, not their friends, people that they said that they were cool with, but they're not cool with. It all comes down to Latoya and Chet getting the most votes, and them two are going into the eliminations. Now this is where it's at. First elimination of the season, the first draw of the season, and this is where people are nervous. They don't know what could happen with this kill card. So the first one up is Cara, and she flips over the first card, blank. Dustin, blank. Jonna, blank. Zach, Emily, and Leroy, blank, blank, blank. Then we come down to Jemmy, who flips over her card, and that is the kill card. The same with Frank, who is the next guy to flip. He's going into the elimination. So we have, in the first elimination, we have Jemmy versus Latoya and Chet versus Frank. Now, this elimination is a down-home favorite, and it's called Balls In, where you're going to be playing 5 rounds. one on defense, then one on offense. You have a ball, you're trying to stop your competitor from dunking it into the trash can, and then you'll flip rolls, and then you're gonna try to dunk on your opponent. Whoever has the most points after 5 rounds wins the elimination, stays in the game, and the other person is vamoose. The first people up we're gonna have is Chet and Frank. Frank is on D, Chet is on offense, and it's 0-0. Next up, Frank's on offense, Chet's on defense, 0-0. However, after 1 round, Chet is looking at his chin and it's like gushing blood. Like there's so much blood, he was gashed, and this thing is just dripping like a faucet. That's when TJ is like, hey, do you want to put a band-aid on it, or you're gonna have to get stitches and you're gonna have to medically DQ'd. He says he's a germaphobe, he doesn't want to have stuff inside it, so he said, I'm out. And then we have Latoya versus Jemmye, and let me tell you right now, this was contested to the highest of highs. Round 1, Latoya was able to get around Jemmye and dunk that ball. Jemmye was able to hit the circle button with that spin move and dunk it on Latoya. It's 1-1 after round 1. Round 2, it's a draw. Round 3, Latoya with the spin move scores. And then Jemmye with the hit stick hits into her and scores that ball. And then we have in round 4, Latoya was able to slip by with Jemmye and dunk that ball. And then Jemmye trips and loses the ball. We come down to round 5. Latoya's up 3-2. Latoya is tackled by Jemmye, and Jemmye still has a shot of tying this game up. Jemmye needs a score, but alas, she cannot, and she comes up just short, losing to Latoya 3-2. Jemmye is eliminated with Chet on the same flight home, while Latoya is staying in this game, showing that she's a real competitor and that she is here to fight for the almighty dollar. I think this was really a good balls in fight between Latoya and Jemmye. There was one point where they were actually fighting, even though the ball was done, they were actually pushing each other. Jemmye was kicking Latoya in the head. I mean, this was scrappy, and I loved to watch it, especially after the dud of Frank and Chet. Frank got the best of Chet, and if Chet didn't scrape up his chin, maybe we would have seen something different happen. Maybe Chet would have pulled out the win. I don't know. I think Frank is just a more physical player, and he was going to win regardless. You hate to see somebody get medically DQ'd. This first episode, I have to say, is fantastic. I think this set up everything perfectly. I also like the deviation of all the screen time everybody got. I think everyone got their own solo green screen confessional, except I think Brandon didn't get one, but everyone else got one, and I think that's a really good testament to the editing that they were able to put everybody in to the episode. And Brandon actually got some screen time when he was doing the challenge. So in all actuality, everyone got a decent amount of screen time, and there was 28 people on this episode. So really giving a ton of people some screen time is really well done for this challenge. I thought the challenge was a little complex and a little bit heavy-handed, but when you have 28 people and you're trying to figure out something to do with all of them, I commend them for that one. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Johnny Bananas putting Cara Maria into a chokehold, but I thought everyone did a fantastic job. I think this did a perfect job of really setting the pace for the season and what we can expect with how competitive everyone was, how everyone is willing to play, and the type of elimination we got, and the draw. The draw was actually very suspenseful, even if you know what's going to happen or who's going to get picked. It was actually really enjoyable to watch. I really loved this first episode, and I can't wait to watch more. But what do you think about this episode? Let me know that in the comment section below. What do you think about free agents in all? What did you think about the daily challenge in this episode? Who were you rooting for? What do you think about the tactics that were used in this daily challenge? What do you think about the challenge house? And also, what do you think about the kill card and the elimination this episode? Were you excited to see this one between Latoya and Jemmye? And were you surprised how Chet was just bowing out right away? Let me know anything and everything you have to say about this episode down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really soon with more challenge content, more Big Brother content, more content in general, and also join me next Saturday for another challenge free agents rewatch episode 2. So until then, peace.